Morning, YouTube. Batcave Comics. First of all, I want to say thanks to everyone tuning in to check out my new video. Basically, my 4th of July video. I broke down, I'm on vacation this week, so I actually had a little more time to hit a few spots, hit a few comic shops, and I broke down and decided to buy some new stuff. Mostly new, few older, kind of a mixture of comics, maybe, I don't know, 30. So before I get started, I just want to say I hope everyone had a great 4th of July, stayed safe, didn't get too drunk. But I'm going to start this video off with War of the Realms, New Agents of Atlas #1, second printing. I did miss the first printing. They had the second printing there, so I figured why not? Might as well pick that up. And then I grabbed the Fantastic Four #1, which it was going around. This was supposed to be the first appearance of the Prodigal Son, but I think that was an X Factor number 81. Somebody might want to double check me on that, but I picked this book up just in case. And then I grabbed Immortal Hulk #20. Now, there was a secret variant of this out also, but it was a 1-in-1. So, the secret variant really isn't that special. But I guess at the top here, it has kind of like blood on the Hulk, but apparently that's supposed to be Carnage. Alright, moving on. I did pick up 2 copies of the Magnificent Miss Marvel #1. I think there was supposed to be a first appearance in this too, but I'm not quite sure. If anybody knows, please leave it in the comments below. I need to kind of make room to stack books out the way. And then I grabbed this, which I thought was really cool. Postal Deliverance #1. It's the only comic they had, but it's books like this that are super cool, you know, end up being low print run, then go way up in price. But I think there was some talk, or possibly some talk, that this could be optioned. Don't quote me on that, but if not, it definitely seems like something that could be optioned for a TV show or a movie. Looks like it'd be a real interesting read, so I'm definitely going to read this one. It's not in near mint. They only had 1 copy, and there was some spine ticks, but I figured, hey, I better grab it, because once I don't, it's going to skyrocket, and then all of a sudden you can't find it or get it. And then moving along that kind of same line, I picked up Last Stop on the Red Line #1. This was a hot book for, I don't know, a few minutes anyway, but they had a copy there, so I picked it up. And it has damage. It's like a new book, but it has spine ticks, and on the back it's got a real bad crease on the back. It doesn't break the color, but it's just a weird crease. Definitely something that could probably be pressed out. And then I picked up 2 copies of this Aereo #1. Great art. Might be something, so you never know. And I also grabbed the Art Germ cover, which I think's really nice. And I'm not a huge fan of Art Germ, but he does come out with some nice covers. This just so happens to be one of them, so I grabbed that. And then another really cool cover I picked up by David Finch, Deathstroke #45. Super cool cover, so I picked that up. And then I also found, for cover price, Spawn #298, the homage to Amazing Spider-Man 298, Virgin variant. And I was surprised to find this on the shelf at this LCS. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge #3 variant. This was a hot book I think last week, going for 50, 60 bucks. He had it there for 10 bucks, so I figured, hey, why not? Might as well grab it. And I'm really not a Star Wars fan at all. I was a kid when the very first movies came out. It was like the thing. I did pick up the Silver Surfer Black #1. I really like this variant cover. There's a few variants in this title that I really liked. I don't like the original cover at all. I think it's terrible, but that's just my opinion. And then I also picked up White Widow #2 by Absolute Comics Group. Jamie Tyndale cover. Just his artwork's killer. I love it. I gotta pick it up. And then this book kind of intrigued me. This is Hell Witch Hellborn #1 by Coffin Comics. They only had one copy there. I figured I'd grab it. It is a $7.99 price sticker on it, so they're not cheap. But that is just a kick-ass cover. I think they have like 5 different covers to this. This, I think, is the Hell Queen cover. And this one's done by Mike DiBalfo. Mike DiBalfo, I think that's how you pronounce it. And Cece Dela Cruz. I typically write notes on the back. Usually if you can see that, I don't know if you can see that. Usually I use a labeler, but I ran out of labels. But that's just a sick cover, man. And books like this, once again, ends up being a low print run. Bam, can't find it. Skyrockets in price. And then I think I was kind of lucky to pick up 2 copies of Savage Avengers #3. I think this is going to be a hot book, guys. Things are going on in this book. It's the first appearance of Marrow God. I kind of thumbed through it. I haven't read it yet, but I'm definitely going to read it. And there's some things at the end of this book that are very interesting. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but definitely go look for this book and pick it up if you can. It's already sold out in my area. So I was actually... I grabbed 2 copies, but I had to go to 2 different comic shops to get 2 copies of this. Alright, moving on. Since I hit the comic, I'm glad I had this week off because I hit the comic shop right as they opened. I was pretty much the only one in there. But I did manage to pick up 2 copies of The Walking Dead, #193, last issue. I walked through the door and they had 2 copies left. Nobody in the store. So I'm beginning to think that only the subscription holders, if my freaking tongue would work right, got this book, and then they only ordered a few extra copies. Walked in, 2 were there, both ended up in my hand, and then very shortly after that, people started walking through the door looking for this book. And I had the last 2 copies, and I'm sorry I'm stingy, but should have got up earlier. Alright, and then, of course, just about every haul I've had lately, I found Flash 97 DC Universe logo variant and 98 DC Universe logo variant. And then on to some eBay purchases. I did pick up Final Night #1, #2, #3, #4, and Final Night Parallax #1, all DC Universe logo variants. I found them on eBay for 10 bucks. I thought it was a good deal. So you figure $2 a piece. I'm not going to pass up a DC Universe logo variant up for $2. Alright. just a couple more books, which I think you guys will really like. And that is going to be, as soon as I get situated, one book I think that's starting to heat up, or if not, could be a big part of the MCU real soon. And this is Tales to Astonish number 63, origin and first full appearance of the Leader. Definitely one that's not on the radar right now that you should probably run out and get. I believe number 62 is his first appearance in Cameo, but 63 is his origin and first full appearance. And I grabbed that off eBay for $35. And I mean, this is a super nice copy. I'm going to say it's probably a solid 5.5 to 6.0. It could use a little press and a dry clean, and would definitely present as a 7.0. Do I think it would get a 7.0? Probably not. But, I mean, as far as presentation, the book is sharp. I mean, super sharp. And then the last one I'm going to show is Savage Avengers number 3, the 1 in 50 variant. Just a sick cover. I typically don't spend a ton of money on these variants because you know how they get, hot and cold. I definitely think this one's got staying power though. Super cool Venom cover. I did buy it for $40, and I asked the guy if the top loader came with it, and he threw that in. So I was I was happy about that. Let's just say that. And then I'm going to throw a few books back up here, but this one here, guys, as you know, is already sold out everywhere. I've seen people, rolling in the comic shop asking for this. I've even called other comic shops trying to find more copies of this. Gone. So that's definitely going to be most likely on the top 10 list this week from CBSI, because it's already on eBay for $25 to $50. But I wouldn't be surprised, fellas, if this one is too. Savage Avengers number 3. It's been selling out in my area. I can't speak for other areas, but what's going on with this title right now, I truly believe this is going to be a super hot book and possibly on the top 10 list this week. Maybe as far as sold out. I don't think the prices on eBay have gone up. They are on eBay, and you can still get them fairly cheap. But definitely go get this book, guys. If you didn't get it and it's not a title you regularly collect, I would go pick it up anyway. That's just my advice. I'm specking on this to be a big book. It might not happen tomorrow, but I definitely feel it's going to be something you're going to want in your collection. But that's it, guys. Hey, thanks for stopping in, checking my new video out. Please hit that like. Please hit that bell. Go out, sub somebody new up, show them support. Batcave Comics, out.